Hello, my name is Robert Thomas, and my topic for my research paper has to do with one of the biggest issues we have in California and all around the world. It is traffic. And the main point of my research paper is to discuss induced demand. Is induced demand a real thing? And should we be concerned about it? First, I want to talk about what induced demand is. Induced demand is when it relates to traffic, it means if you build more supply, the demand's going to go up. So, to translate it, if we have a traffic problem and we choose to build more lanes to solve that problem, to solve traffic, to lessen it, that's not going to work because there's going to be more drivers on the road and it's going to get back to the same way it was before. Same amount of traffic, just more lanes and more cars. So the main case study to support induced demand, that it is a real thing and it's a valid concern. The main case study in my research paper is a study that was done in Katyville, Texas. So in about 2010, 2011, they had a big issue with traffic on the Katyville freeway going to downtown Houston. It was reported that it was the second worst congested freeway in the United States. So Texas, to solve this problem, they chose to build more lanes. I think they built it up to 28 lanes, and this is in 2010, 2011. At that point, it was the biggest freeway in the world. So once they built the freeway, they thought everything was going to be good, traffic was going to go down, but that wasn't the case. That was the case for the short term. Immediately after the freeway was expanded, they did see a reduction in traffic congestion, but that was short-lived. Slowly but surely, traffic again after a little more every year for the first 4 years, so it got back to a 1-to-1 ratio. It slowly started creeping back up again, and eventually, about 45 years, it was the same as it was before the expansion. Now, induced demand in this case study of the Katyville Freeway, what we commonly see with induced demand is that they built more lanes. Texas built more lanes to cushion, not cushion, but to free up congestion, and more lanes. They think more lanes equals less traffic. But when they built more lanes, it became more convenient to drive to people. So people that didn't drive before, or maybe people that used public transportation, they see it more as a benefit now to just drive on the freeway because they don't have to sit in traffic. They're not wasting money because they're not sitting in traffic wasting gas. So the cost wasn't as much. So the benefit outdid the cost at that point. So they chose to drive on the freeway. So that's why people that didn't drive before are now driving on top of the people that drove before on the Katy Freeway. That added to it, and it got back to the same traffic as it was before. So this study just totally, it confirms the idea of induced demand and that it is a real thing, and we can't solve traffic issues just by adding freeways. Other solutions to solving traffic congestion. There's been studies done mostly in other countries such as Sweden. Instead of using this is less towards freeways and more towards intersections, but instead of building freeway or intersections, they built roundabouts. And they saw, after studying it and collecting data, they saw that there was a better flow of traffic, less traffic, and less fatal accidents, because most of the accidents in an intersection are fatal because they get T-boned, but in a roundabout, it's going to be either a side swipe or some kind of side impact on a car. So pretty much induced demand is a real thing. It is a valid concern, and legislators and decision makers who are making these decisions when building freeways, when trying to solve traffic congestion, do have to be aware of it. They can't ignore it, because if they ignore it, the solution they're going to have is to build more freeways, and as said before, that's not going to work. Different solutions have to be thought of to solve the traffic congestion problem in the United States and all over the world. Thank you.